Hello and welcome. Today we will be learning how to channel information directly from the source, how to heal chronic pains, and how to reconnect to your soul purpose. And even though these things seem like very different, they're based on the same foundation. And that foundation is your inner being, reconnecting to understanding that you are source energy and an extension of source energy in the physical body. And from that perspective, you always have access to the broader view on everything. All your super abilities are based on one ability, and that is how to connect to the supreme being within, to your inner being, to your soul. And once you do that, you are unlimited. Today I want to show you a practice that is based on ancient Kundalini yoga that I practiced myself for over 10 years, and I've channeled some of the deeper understanding of it, which I want to convey to you today. That will be easy for you to learn. The reason I learned how to reconnect to myself is because I was very lost. I felt like a glass wall was between me and the rest of the world, and I could see everyone but no one can see me, and it led to such deep depression and not knowing what to do with myself, just really being kind of like almost delusional about everything. So it felt horrible and I wanted to feel better, so I decided to change something, and I started to learn about different types of meditations, not medications, meditations. And I found the one that really truly worked for me, and I had that moment of enlightenment during the meditation that I was able to recreate, and I practice it every single day just because it brings me back to my higher me, back to my soul purpose, back to my power. Today I will give you some theory and then science here on the whiteboard, and then we're going to go directly into the practice so that you can experience it yourself. It doesn't matter how much you learn from books or from demonstrations. If you don't experience it yourself, you don't know. So the lesson will be experiential so that you really get it. Now, on channeling. The source energy is broadcasting you the information all the time, but are you able to get it? The way you get it is by attuning yourself to the higher vibration of the source. So are you tuning there, or are you tuning to the negative emotions and negative belief systems that kind of run you unconsciously? So becoming very aware and very conscious of yourself is the very first and very important benefit of the practice that we will do. The second benefit to this practice is you will be feeling very good all the time. Attuned to yourself, present, in the present moment, attuned to your body, listening to your body, feeling good emotions, because this is what it means to be tuned to the higher vibration. We have to carefully select the vibration that we tune into, and this is where awareness is a big thing, because the awareness or tuning to it creates the momentum, and that momentum will propel you further. And if you tune into poverty unconsciously, then you will create more poverty. If you tune into health and wealth, you will create more of that. And if you tune into something negative, it's kind of like hard to stop the momentum, but this is where the practice comes in place, and it's so powerful because it can stop you and turn you around to create a momentum in a better direction. The third benefit is that this practice will give you an amazing intuition. Intuition is allowing the fullness of who you are to flow through you. It's also called instinct. And this is why advices from other people don't work, because when you tune into them, you cannot hear your own guidance system and you don't know your own truth. The only way to know what's the best for you is to ask, tune up to your higher self and ask yourself. You know the answers. They'll come to you. You enter the receiving mode and you will receive the answers, the information, the abundance of the money, which is a frequency, which is a form of energy, health and perfect body, which is a frequency and which is a form of energy. So you will receive information as energy, just because you are it. There's no difference between you and what you are as source energy. The only job is to let the mind kind of like step away and get yourself in the receiving mode. And this is what this practice will do for you. During my healing practice, I worked with thousands of people, basically helping to reconnect themselves to their higher self. And once I do that, I just step away, because now they're connected to their unlimited power. And it's amazing to see what people are capable of creating for themselves. It's just beautiful. So let's dive into the science. The foundation of all manifestation work, of all energy work, is focus. 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 There are two types of focus. Narrow focus. That's the one, narrow. That's the one we use when we focus on writing something or on your job, creating something specific. And there is open focus. Focus is not just that, it's also that. And the open focus is what we use when we channel information. We open our energy up to the universe and get ourselves into the receiving mode. So this is to do a job, this is to receive. In Western civilization, we usually use narrow because it helps us to get the job done. This is more of an Eastern culture, where people meditate more, where they connect more. This is the focus of connection with each other, communication with each other and with the universe. You have to stay open. Open your mind, open your heart, right? Open all chakras. And we will be doing opening the chakras during the meditation. Opening the heart is very important because, and I'll give you a specific example. For example, try to feel sorrow right now. Like feel sorrow, feel lack, feel fear. It feels like your heart just closes up. And now feel love, feel joy, feel connection with all the being around yourself. And you feel like your heart just opens up and blossoms. So that is the open focus that we'll be using for the manifestation to receive. And it feels very good. Relative to the diseases, narrow focus within the body creates congestion and creates all these diseases like heart disease, different organs, diabetes. You can connect it basically the type where you hold the congestion to a variety of millions of diseases around it, but it's all has one root: congestion. Congestion in the mind and the heart and all the chakras. That's a true source of disease, and the true healing is opening that congestion, opening the block to receive the energy flow. So open focus, we will be learning that during the practice. In channeling work and in healing work, we do use mind. It's not like there is no mind, but we use it differently. Mind is like your puppy, like a dog, like your favorite pet. and it needs to be trained. If you train it, it's so much fun. You can create so much good things with it. So in channeling, we fetch the question to the mind, and we fetch the question to the subconscious, to the darkness of the subconscious, which has, so here's mind. We fetch the question to the subconscious, and subconsciousness have its almost like a membrane, and this is superconscious, let's call it source right here, right? So it's like a membrane that it's not anything can go through it. Whatever answers come from it is attracted by the energy of our asking. So your creative mode is an asking. Once you asked, you open your focus, remember that focus? And you able then to receive the answers that first go to your subconsciousness, subconscious, right? And then mind, so okay, they come to your subconsciousness as a vibration. And then the mind translates that vibration into a definitive thought, a thought that you can understand, translate in a specific language, write it down. That is your answer, right? But the process is like this. It's not just like you from mind to the source. It goes through mind to subconscious to that oscillating membrane that is semi-penetrable. And then to the superconscious, to the collective consciousness that has all the information, it has all the potentials of beyond time and space. So all possibilities, space of all possibilities is there. So you, with the energy of your asking, with your narrow focus of asking, you fetch that either question or intention to that field of possibilities through your unconscious, and that's how you receive. And this is where meditation is so important, because it allows you to switch from narrow focus to open focus and actually receive. So you receive in the state of very deep relaxation, when your mind is not so active anymore, but more you're more aware, become aware of your subconscious world. And the more you become conscious of your subconscious, the more specific, the more powerful, the more accurate you are in your manifestation work. And channeling is a form of manifestation, because you're manifesting answers. So how do we activate the process of going through that membrane to the other side? That's all. It's the membrane is figurative speech. It's I see it also like as a mirror that Alice went through to the other side, to the other world, right? It's the doorway to the mystic world. So how do we activate that door? There is an organ in our body that is responsible for that, and it's a pineal gland. Pineal gland. Pineal gland represents the third eye, that mythical third eye, which can see through the veil, that you can see the truth, that you have. That's one of your super abilities. And we have the super ability, but because we don't use it normally in our life, it's inhibited. Yet it can be reactivated and used over and over again. And so this practice will reactivate your third eye. Now, there are a couple of ways to do it, and we will be doing them all during our meditation, but let me talk about them one by one here. So method number one, right, is to close your eyes with your nose, okay. To close your eyes and bring your narrow focus, your attention, into the middle of your brain. So when you activate your third eye, don't actually focus here between your eyebrows. This is not where the power lies. No. Pineal gland, right here, right behind your eyes, like somewhere in the middle of the brain. Bring your attention there, close your eyes, and use your narrow focus to just look within, keep looking within, keep focusing, keeping the focus there. This focus, that energy that you will feed this organ, will start activating it. Another method of activating pineal gland is pranayama, or the breathing exercises. When we breathe in yoga, specifically for this practice, we squeeze the muscles of abdominal muscles and pelvic floor muscles. We squeeze them to create a stronger flow of spinal fluid. Spinal fluid in our spine, which is Sushumna channel. It's a main energy channel. So we'll be working with this. This is the basics of Kundalini Yoga. So Muladhara chakra is the earth energy, it's this huge reservoir of energy, electromagnetic energy that we receive from earth and we generate, that we have. Actually, all three chakras, Muladhara, which is earth, Svadhisthana, water, and Manipura, fire. This is three basic lower energy centers that contain a vast pool of energy. So the goal of pranayama is to bring all this energy up here to the third eye and nourish and stimulate the pineal gland. And during the pranayama, that primordial kundalini energy kind of rises along the spine like a snake. You probably heard the stories. And activates the pineal gland, which is a doorway. The door, that magic door, opens, and then we're able to receive the energy, the information, the spirit, the inspiration, which Christians knew as a Holy Spirit. Remember the bird goes down? And open the crown chakra. Through crown chakra, we kind of like receive all that energy, but it starts with activation of the pineal gland. Pineal gland is the center of the brain that activates its super abilities in us. So step number one, pranayama. Pranayama creates stronger flow of spinal fluid. It creates a pressure on the pineal gland, and pineal gland has crystals. They call calcite crystals. Forgot. Calcite crystals. They have piezoelectric properties. So when they squeeze, they create electricity. So the physical pressure on those crystals create actually more electricity in your brain. When that's happening, the reverse torus field is formed in our body, and that's how we receive the energy. So normally, now we're talking about torus field. Torus field, it's an electromagnetic field around our body, which naturally goes like this, from like this and like this, like a fountain. It goes like fountain around us and back from the earth through the feet. It's, oscillating like this. Now the reverse torus field going in the opposite direction. And this one is always present. It's our normal living, it's our life energy, it's our prana. But the supernatural prana that allows us to have the super abilities, to channel, to heal ourselves from to clear our subconsciousness from any type of negative belief systems, which then reflected by our body as a disease. So really, it's not the body. Body only is like a mirror. It's like reflecting you back your blockages right here, your resistance to what is, the resistance to your own being closed off to your own higher self. That's what it is. It's a congestion. Cancer is a congestion. It's an actual state of separation when you feel too separate from everything else, from the source energy. When you feel separate, that's when your cells start to show you, oh, you see how you are so separate? Well, look, I'm separate now too, and I'm going to divide regardless of the whole universe. And cancer is only can be truly healed when you understand that you're one with everything, and you stop being separate. You heal the separation. You start to feel connection with everything, and that's when you love heals it all. So reverse torus field. Reverse torus field forms in opposite direction, and so that you can receive an energy that floods your crown chakra and go through you like this flood of light and love, clearing everything. And that is the moment of enlightenment. The mind then completely stops. You really feel like your self, your soul self, the spirit self, the infinite, unlimited being that you are right now. But then you will experience it. And once you experience it once, you will never forget it ever. You will be a different person, which is more like the same that you were born. You will bring yourself closer to your original perfection. And this is what this practice that I will show you next does for you. That's what happens in your electromagnetic field with your pineal gland. Pineal gland then metabolizes DMT and numerous of metabols that has anti-cancer, anti-aging, illuminating effects. I mean, there are thousands of benefits that this that the metabols of pineal gland create in your body. Feeling euphoria, feeling connection, feeling very happy, being in the perfect health, being in perfect balance all the time. And I do this practice every day. You can do it for an hour, or you can do it for 10-15 minutes. To learn actual practice, please click on the link below. For only $37, you will receive the full access to the Masterclass. Plus, you will receive a free book from me called 5 Minutes Meditations to create the life that you want. I know everybody's busy, but these 5-minute meditations are so powerful that you will be able to expand yourself, create this open focus for yourself, and manifest the things that you want. It's a beautiful little exercises to practice your energy body, to practice your focus, to practice your manifestation powers. Also, you will receive free 30-minute consultation webinar live with me. After 7 days, if you still feel blocked, if you cannot connect, we can create the Zoom webinar, and I will coach you and help you to break through and actually reconnect to your soul, because I see your soul. Like, I just see souls, basically. That's what I do. That's why it's so easy for me to reconnect people, because I see them right away. I see their greatness. I see their power. I see their light. And I'm like, oh, I wish you can see it too. My biggest desire, my soul purpose, is to help you to see your own amazing soul, nature, power, energy, essence. That's why I'm doing all of this, because it just, you know, it really, I think, helping to create heaven on earth. Because if everyone would be connected to their own true selves, to their greatness, oh my God, we will be living in heaven right now, really, guys. So let's do it. Everybody would be healthy, beautiful, prosperous, and joyful, and in love, like all the time. Okay, so another thing you're gonna get is, of course, access to Reconnect Facebook group. It's a private group for people who practice, where they can share your experiences, and it's just so fun to talk to people and see their breakthroughs in their own, like, this amazing experiences with their own power, supernatural abilities. And access to my YouTube channel, Elemental Therapy with Anya Deva, where I have lots of videos on meditations, on health, wellness, on all sorts of supernatural, but like really practical uses of supernatural powers and how to activate them, how to reconnect to yourself, how to step into the flow, how to step into the zone, and how and the place of allowing the energy through you, and how to remove the resistance and therefore heal. So please click the link below. For the price of the dinner, $37, you're going to learn how to activate your super abilities. So I think it's a pretty good deal. I'll see you there.